afternoon everybody, welcome to another video. It's 23rd of December today, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I've come out, as you can probably see behind me, to do a little bit of small river fishing. Now if you've seen any of the previous videos, you know I'm not in the greatest health at the moment. You can probably still hear I've got this horrible cold that's now, well, cold, I say cold, and now cold flu, something, it's about 3 weeks old, so excuse me for being a bit bunged up. I'm trying to get in the Christmas spirit, as you can see. But I really wanted to come out, do something a bit different, and also test out my knee. Again, if you don't know, I did the MCL in my left knee a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago now. It is slowly getting better. Can use it clearly because I'm here doing a bit of roving, but I'm going to have to be very careful on it, because if I go over sideways on it again, I'm going to be in real trouble. Anyway, enough of that. We're here to do a little bit of small river fishing, as you can see. It's a tributary of the Avon. It's a reasonable day. It's about 10 degrees. I'm wrapped up totally, sweating actually, just because I don't want to get cold. But yeah, it's a reasonable day. There's a little bit of colour to the water, tinge of green. The tributary of the Avon, as I say. Very, very simple today. I've just got my bucket bag, net, bank stick and rod. I've decided to use my Drennan Ultralight mini feeder today. I've got this set up on a running ledger rig. I'll stick a link up there to a video I made about my running ledger rig, and you can see how I tie it up. It's much easier to show you at home rather than out here on the bank, and same with the hook links here as well, my home tied hook links. I'll stick a link up there to those so you can see how I tie them up. Now it's very simple really. I've got some mashed bread, as you can see there. It's just some bread I've made and dried out and stored. Again, another link to a video up there if you want to go and have a look how I do that. This keeps for absolutely ages and ages and ages. Dried out. Just added a little bit of krill ground bait into that as well, just to give it a little bit of flavour. I'm going to fish bread. That's it. That's your lot. I have bought some worms as well, but I'm not intending on using them unless I'm struggling. But I'm going to go with the bread either on the link ledger or on tiny little feeder. I've grabbed some tiny feeders. Yeah, I'm talking that sort of size. I've even got some smaller ones. Just to get a little bit of smell in the water behind the bread flake. I fish a nice big bit of bread flakes, I'm thinking chub, and that'll waft around in the current that there is in the river behind me, as you can see. I call it lure fishing with bread because the swim feeder puts out a little bit of crumb into the water, tracks the chub in, and then there's that nice bit of flake wafting around in the current. Anyway, it's enough waffle, isn't it? Let's get down here, have a little go. Been fishing okay this stretch. I've heard from my friend Mick. He said he came down here a few days ago and had a few chub out, so I thought I'd follow in his footsteps. A few spots of rain there. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Right, as I say, enough waffle, let's get on with it. I think I'm going to start on a tiny little feeder, and we'll go on the link ledger as and when we want to bounce a bit of flake around. I think for now we'll get that down there, get it sat in the current, and we'll see what happens. Well, nothing doing it now. I even tried worm, but a tiny knock when I was on bread, and that's been it. So I'm going to have a move. I'm not going to hang about. You can always come back, give it another try later on. Well, we had a proper pull around then. I managed to miss. Got a big hook on there, got a size 6 on. So Definitely geared up with chub in mind. Got a couple of worms on at the moment. I think this is smaller fish, just wrap round again then. This ultralight's got a very fine tip on it as well. I think it's a ½ ounce, 3/4 of an ounce, I'm not sure which one's in there at the moment. So it shows up everything, really exaggerates the bite. Yeah, it's a small fish, it's so rapid. Then we'll put a bit of bait in here again and we'll move on. Fish these swims on the way back up. Yeah, this is roach or gudgeon or something, I'm sure. So I've had a bit of a walk. I baited a few swims on the way up. I've come a bit further up and I've discovered this very obvious sort of chubby looking raft. So I'll have a go in here and then we'll have a walk back, fish the swims I've been baiting. It looks very inviting apart from the current around it. It's very swirly. I'm not sure that's ideal really, but we'll have a go anyway. A bit of depth under there, which is good. Be hit and hold if we hook anything in here, because it's going to try and get straight back under there. And snag us up, no doubt. There we go. Enough upstream. Come on. Wonderful. See, all right. I don't think it's a monster at all. Very welcome. Give me a good going over in this current. No, it's not bad. Oh, that's a nice job. Wonderful. That's cracking. Wonderful stuff. Well, there we are. No monster, as I said, but very, very welcome. That's wonderful. Well, I was going to keep him in the landing net for 5 minutes, see if we can sneak another one out, but he's just let himself out. But we'll still give it another 5 minutes, just to see if we can't winkle one of his friends out as well. Well, there's a bite, very rapid. Definitely worth staying, I think. There's some depth down there, which is a good thing. Well, nothing else doing there, so time for a move. Tried a worm in the end, but nothing doing. So we'll have a move on. I'm going to put a little bit of ground bait in here. Don't chuck it all over the floor. I'll put a little bit of ground bait in here, and perhaps we'll come back. We did have that other bite, so perhaps we'll come back and have another go. A little bit of ground bait in. Well, just dropped into this swim. As you can see, if I get out of the way, there's a tree here. It's fairly deep down here. These tree roots, I've just found out after dropping the feeder in. I'll give it 5 minutes here. It's the sort of place that will be undercut. And maybe chub sitting under there. We'll give it 5 or 10 minutes. It's got a worm on at the moment. I've still got the feeder on, just to anchor it in place. So I want it to stay where I put it. If it starts running about under there, we're going to be in all sorts of trouble with these roots. So I shan't go on the link ledger in the swim, that's for sure. Well, I had a few jags then, but I didn't strike because it was very small fish sort of bites. Yeah. Oh, you can see these bites alright. Very jag, like a small fish. And again. Right, I'm going to get that out of there. I'm going to change over to a bit of bread flake. I hope that they might leave that alone a bit more than a worm. Worm wriggling off and sort of gets the little fish going, doesn't it? It's just the wriggling of the worm. So hopefully the bread flake is a bit more inanimate. I might leave it alone, wait till the chub turns up. See if we can tempt him out from under those tree roots. I've never fished this swim before. I'm just assuming there'll be chub down there because it looks very chubby sort of swim. Because of the way the river's shaped, the current is going straight under there. So there's cover and obviously food being brought to them. Whoever's under there. Well, the way that tip's rattling about, there's no big fish down there. If there's little fish down there, because there was a big fish, the little fish would soon clear off. So I'm not going to worry about lots and lots of swims to do, so we'll have a move. Well, bite straight away then. I have not got a clue how I missed it. Not a clue. Very chubby bite. Tip just pulled round and kept going. There you go. I got that one. Oh, blimey. Gotta stop him getting under that raft, otherwise we are in trouble. I think we got him out. Blimey, that was quick. Let's walk a bit here, because he's going to try and get under my feet, isn't he? Being a chub. Of course. Yeah. Nearly succeeded. Come on, out. Fab. Oh, that's a nice one. Wonderful. There we are, another lovely chub. Wonderful stuff. I'm really enjoying this. I've missed this small river fishing, but this place is so overgrown in the summer, it's very tricky, but yeah, in the winter, and everything's died back. Much easier to fish. Wonderful. Now, I've got him in the landing net down here. I've got my foot on it this time, so he doesn't clear off. Like the last one did. We'll see if we can winkle out another one. Hook out my shoe. Right. Just got one of these tiny feeders on. Again, because I just don't want the bait running underneath. Particularly, I want to keep it where I want it. Right, let's try again. Terrible cast. Right. We'll try again. He's just sat down here, but I can see him, he's very happy. Well, I've had a couple of knocks since I had that chub, but nothing else. Tried a worm, but nothing doing, so I'm going to move on. I could always nip back if he should so wish. But I'm not going to keep this fella in there. Keep that very long. It's been in there probably 5 minutes or so. So I think that's long enough. We'll let him go. There we go. Lots of little fish chewing away at it down. But we're into something now that's not little. Seems like a decent fish, to be honest. I'm going to try and get under my feet, of course. Gets never in trouble, let's let it roots to my left. See if we can get him in. Fun. Bad. Yeah, I was getting lots and lots of taps under that tree, and I did think perhaps it was full of little dace again, perhaps roach, gudgeon. But thought I'd give it a few minutes and then wallop, around it went. Well, there we are, just about the biggest one of the day, I think. But, I'm not weighing his fish or anything, it's irrelevant really, just here to catch a few fish, have an enjoyable afternoon in the nice fresh air. Wonderful. Right, I'm not going to stick around in this swim now. I'm going to make a move. Well guys, apologies, but a bit of a camera problem. Problem being I didn't turn it on. But I just had a little fella from this swim here. Swims always used to be good for a bite, and I've just dropped in here and had another one. As I say, apologies for not turning the camera on. We'll see if we can nick another one out. Just drop him in the edge there. Stick my foot on that landing net handle. Keep it in place. Oh, and he's cleared off. There you go. He's let himself go. Well, we'll give it another 5 minutes in here. See if we can catch another one. Perhaps his bigger brother. I think I'd call him just about a chub rather than a chublet. Well, this is cracking. Really enjoying this. My knee's behaving. I have sort of slipped a couple of times and twisted it a couple of times, and it has been a little bit painful, but aside from that it's coping okay. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow whether whether it's really coped okay or not, but it feels okay at the minute. Yeah, we'll give it another 5 minutes in here. Just see if we can't winkle his big brother out perhaps. Bit of a nothingy sort of stretch this bit, just a little run. It's a little pool almost, but my experience, it's usually good for a bite. And Chub haven't let me down today. With this low light level, it's certainly helping. I think it must be getting on now. I think it must be starting to get dark. My phone's buried in here, so I haven't got it out, but I'm guessing it's gone 3 o'clock now, I would think. Looking at how dark it is. I'm not going to stay into dark, I'll just fish just till it starts to get dark, or just till it gets dark. And that'll be enough, I think, for today. Caught some fish, had a nice afternoon. No, there's nothing else doing in there. I find generally it's one fish and then move on in these swims. It's so small. We'll get moved on to the next. Well, my clock's a bit off. I thought it was about 3 o'clock. It's not, it's 4:45. Just checked. So probably got about half an hour of light left, something like that. Maybe 45 minutes, something along those lines. So I'm going to do about another 4 swims, I reckon. I've got baited up, so I need to get a move on. If I could cast in, it'd be good. Right, let's just plop this out here. There we go. Well, got him. Oh, desperate to get in under here, of course, being a chub. But we got him. Well, there we are. Lovely stuff. Not much of a muchness today, but wonderful. Really, really enjoying this. Fab. Right, let's get moved. Right. Precarious, this one. I just wanted to fish just in that corner over there. Looks pretty chubby to me, but I'm sort of precariously perched on a ledge here. I'll give it 5 minutes. It's about all I can stand, I think, sat in this position. There we go. That didn't take long, did it? I knew it looked chubby down there. That really didn't take long. Feels like a nice one as well. We can get him in before we get foliage in the edge. Oh, what a scrap. Oh. The biggest one of the day, definitely. Oh. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well guys, there we are. Very precarious swim. I don't think anyone fishes here. It's very, very precarious. It's like a 60-degree slope I'm sat on. Let's put the light on as it's getting a bit dark, just to do a bit of justice. I'm going to quickly get him back and we'll just try and do one more swim before we go. So guys, I'm going to call this the last swim. This is one I did put a bit of bait in earlier. We'll just see if anyone's at home. Struggling to see the tip, to be honest. There we go. Well, he's no monster, I don't think. But it's nice to finish off with one. Mind you, we haven't got him in yet, have we? You can see all right. Getting a bit dark. Oh, it's nice one. Fab. Fantastic. That's brilliant. Wonderful. Right, we'll definitely get the light on to have a look at this one. Lovely chub to finish off with. Fantastic. What a fantastic afternoon this has been. As you can see, it's got dark, so I'm going to call it a day at that. Right, let's get this fella back. That's great. As I say, I'm going to call it a day at that. It's just getting dark. As you can see, there's a little bit of light left in the sky, but not a lot. So I'm going to call it a day at that. And a cracking afternoon. Absolutely wonderful. Now I've lost count. Six chub, something like that. I don't know, 6 or 7. I'm not sure. But yeah, wonderful, wonderful afternoon's fishing, and my knee held up okay, and so did my chest and my nose. So that's absolutely fantastic. Now I'm going to get out, do some more, now that I know my knee is going to hold up. So watch this space. I shall be out very, very shortly. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed that. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling. Many thanks to the channel patrons for your wonderful support, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.